How do you build a proper call sheet for your production? Hi, I'm Josh Linquist. I'm an indie filmmaker based out of Colorado Springs, Colorado, and we're going to talk about call sheets today. I'm kind of following the format of this journalist, Jamel, whose content I really like. He's a political commentator. He makes like 10-minute videos every day commenting on various topics. I'm not able to do every day yet, but I'm going to try to do weekly stuff on filmmaking. So stay tuned for more and let me know if there's any topics you want me to cover. Anyways, getting into call sheets. Call sheets are super, super important because it gives everyone on the cast and crew all the relevant information they need to get to set and be prepared. The industry standard is that your call sheet will go out by midnight the night before the next shoot day. So even if you have like a 5 a.m. call time, technically production has until midnight to send those out. That's like the industry minimum. I think it's a union standard as well. I like to do at least a 12-hour minimum. So if call time is 9 a.m. the next day for the earliest person, I like to send it out by 9 p.m. the day before at the latest. But when possible, I think it's really good to send out a preliminary call sheet a couple days in advance so people can start preparing. And then if there's any last minute changes, you can send out a confirmed call sheet, the afternoon before filming, just saying, okay, these call times are confirmed, or hey, maybe we moved them a little bit slightly. But anyway, yeah, I think the most important piece of information on the call sheet is definitely everybody's name, their role, and then their call time. That's like one of the key pieces, and then also where they're going at that time. Obviously, you try to avoid company moves like the plague. They're the worst. They're a huge time killer, but sometimes you have them. So if you have multiple locations you're filming at, it's very important to number those: location one, location two, etc. And then if you have multiple locations, I like to put in parentheses next to the call time what location that person's call time is. Because you might have a general crew call at location one, but then one of your actors isn't until you're at location two. So their call time is later and it's at a different spot. You don't want them showing up at location one when you've already done a company move to location two. So the way that I format my call sheets is kind of top to bottom. So here's an example of how I format my call sheets. I like to start at the top. Obviously, you have the production, what day of the production it is. On the left-hand side, and this is just a formatting thing, you're going to have your locations. The top right is also going to have your contact information for producers and directors, kind of key coordinating personnel. On the right-hand side, I like to have information about the weather. Make sure you have sunset and sunrise. That's important, obviously, for lighting considerations. Underneath that kind of block of overall information, always put the contact information, the address, and the phone number of the nearest hospital. Hope you never have to use it, but it's important to have. You got to do it. Now, getting into your cast and crew, it's important to include the following information: the person's name, what their role is, whether it's a character or a position on the crew, phone number and email, and call time. Now, the reason I've seen a lot of like really low budget indie call sheets that don't have phone number and email, that makes things really hard for your ADs and your producers if you need to communicate last minute information to people. If you're running behind and you want to tell someone, hey, push your call time by an hour, if you don't have their phone number on the call sheet. So I've seen a lot of productions cut this corner. Don't cut the corner. Always put phone number and email. I think if your parking situation is difficult at all, it's really good to put like a maps screenshot from whatever app you use and kind of mark where people are supposed to park and where the filming location is. Just make it easy on your cast and crew so they're showing up and able to work and not worrying about parking or finding the location. After that, I think it's really helpful to include a shot list if you have one, or just a list of what scenes you're shooting, and attach a script as well so people can reference that and also have it readily available on their devices. And then make sure that you're including either in the email you send out or on the call sheet itself any wardrobe actors need to bring, any props anyone needs to bring, any special equipment anyone on the crew needs to bring. Just make sure you're giving everyone all the info up front so that your filming day goes smooth. I've heard it said before, and I 100% agree that like movies are made in prep. Fix it in prep, as well as another cliche that I think 100% applies. I've been on sets with amazing people, really cool story, really good ideas, decent resources, but there was no preparation, and it makes everyone's job harder. It makes little things going wrong, which are always going to happen on a set, way harder to fix because there was no preparation. Whereas when you've prepared a lot, when things go a little bit off the rails, you can redirect easily because you've prepared everything around that. So I really do think the most stressful part of filmmaking should be in the days leading up to shooting, not the actual day of production. I've talked to a lot of filmmakers who, after a couple days of filming, they feel burnt out and tired. I'm the opposite. I feel burnt out in the prep days because I'm just trying to think of everything, racking my mind to anticipate everything, building as thorough and detailed of a call sheet as I can, and then communicating with everyone. That way, on the day of filming, like if you do the prep right, directing or producing on the day of filming should be like the easiest job ever. It really should be the easiest job on set. So, anyway, that's my opinion on call sheets. Make them detailed. Make sure you include all the information your crew's going to need throughout the day. Just make it easy on your cast and crew so that they can show up and deliver for you. And yeah, again, I'm Josh Linquist. Please like and subscribe for more of this series where I talk about all things filmmaking. I'm thinking I want to do an episode on contracts, on establishing ownership, work for hire, stuff like that, because that's really important. I also want to do a video about editing and how, even if you don't become a professional editor, doing your own editing for some projects really makes you a better director because you know what you need for a given project. And then I want to do one about like screenplay formatting as well. But let me know what other topics you want me to cover. Thanks so much for watching. Here's a little preview of my indie feature film Envoy, a character-driven action thriller that we are nearly halfway through filming. If you come on board as an investor, you'll be getting a cut of the film's profit in perpetuity, forever. But first, check out this preview of the trailer.
You were put in a position to where you had to do something you don't like.
You left us, remember? You still owe him, because you're still breathing right now.
I love him, and he's been through some horrible things.
If you want to learn more about our investment structure, please reach out so I can send you the investor's pitch deck. It goes over the things we're doing to make sure this film is able to be distributed internationally, which is where indie films statistically generate the most revenue, and how you'll get paid based on how much of the overall budget your investment constitutes. Oh, and of course, you'll be credited on screen and on IMDb as a producer.